Hello children, myself Ishwar Chand Balichwal welcomes all of you. Today we are continuing our chapter with lines and angles. Now we learn transversal of parallel lines. Okay? First we learn what are parallel lines. They are lines on a plane that do not meet. The shortest distance between them is same at all places. Now look, these are the picture of parallel lines. Here these two are parallel lines. The shortest distance always perpendicularly measured. So both that point we measure the distance are just equal. This is the proof that these two lines are parallel lines. Here these two lines, when we measure the shortest distance between them at two different points, we feel this is less, this is more. So the shortest distance not same. That's why these lines are non-parallel lines. Okay. So this is the parallel lines theory. Okay. Now we take two parallel lines. Here L and M are two parallel lines, and this line T intersect them. That is, this line T is transversal. This line is transversal. Transversal. What is the meaning of transversal? Transversal means when a line intersecting two different lines at two distinct places, two or more distinct places. The point of intersection must be distinct, that is different. Here this point is different and this point is different. That's why this line is a transversal line. Okay? And these two lines are parallel line. We already know that line L and M. L parallel to M. This is the way that we can represent two parallel line by this symbol. When we want to express two parallel line, we just express this way: L parallel to M. Okay? Here these two lines are parallel lines, and this line T is transversal because it intersects these two lines at two different points. That's why it is transversal. Now, as we learned in our previous session, here this angle 1 and this angle 5 is a corresponding angle. As we can see, both of them make a flag. Like this way, we can see this way, this become a flag, inverted flag. Okay, same angle 2 and angle 6 is also making a flag like this. Okay, so this theory we use to check many more things. Here the corresponding angles, angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angle because they having a common line, that is transversal line, and both having the same direction like this. Okay, and they make a flag. So 1 and 5 are corresponding angle. This is the first pair. Angle 2 and angle 6 are also in the same direction. They have a common line that is transversal, okay, and they also make this flag. So this way angle 2 and angle 6 make a one more pair of corresponding angle. Here we mention it 1, 5, 2 and 6. This and this, these are two pairs. Now we check for the others. Here 3 and 7 are also corresponding angle because they also make this flag, this type of flag. So 3 and 7 are also corresponding angle. The direction of both the angles are same. Okay. Now 4 and 8 are also corresponding angle. They also make a flag. Here this. So 4 and 8 are also corresponding angle. The direction of these two angles is also same. So now we have 4 pair of corresponding angle, 1 and 5, this 1 and this 5, 2 and 6, this 2 and 6, 3 and 7, this 3 and this 7, 4 and 8, this 4 and this 8. These 4 pairs are pair of corresponding angles, okay. Then we check if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, each pair of corresponding angles are equal in measure. Why? Now we check. First I repeat, if two parallel lines, these are the two parallel lines, are cut by a transversal, this is a transversal and it cut to these two lines. Each pair of corresponding angles, 1 and 5, this is a pair of corresponding angle, 2 and 6, this is a pair of corresponding angle, 3 and 7, pair of corresponding angle, 4 and 8, also a pair of corresponding angle. So each pair of corresponding angles are equal in measure, that is the value of these angles are equal because they are corresponding angle, okay. Now on the basis of this information, now we can conclude the other things. Here 1 and 5 is the pair of corresponding angle, and the 1 and 3 are the vertically opposite angle. When two lines intersect each other, the vertical angle formed are equal. Here 1 and 3 are vertical angle. Here 5 and 7 are vertically opposite angle. So they are equal. Here 1 and 3 are equal. Here 5 and 7 are equal. But 1 equal to 5. Here 1 equal to 3. Here 1 equal to 5. So what happened? 1 equal to 3 and 1 equal to 5 gives us some information. Same 5 equal to 7 because they are vertically opposite angle. So 1 equal to 3 and 1 also equal to 5. It means 3 and 5 are also equal. Okay. So this angle 3 and angle 5 are also equal. Same 5 equal to 7. They are vertically opposite angle. Okay. But here 1 equal to 5. 1 equal to 5 and 5 equal to 7. So 1 equal to 7. This is the another information we receive. So this angle 3 equal to angle 5 and this angle 1 equal to angle 7. This 1 equal to 7 and 3 equal to 5. So we get alternate angles. This 3 and 5 is alternate angle. Here we can check they make Z. So 3 and 5 are alternate angle. They have a common arm and the angles are either side of the transversal, opposite side of the transversal. So 3 and 5 are alternate angle and they are equal. By this information we receive that angle 3 and angle 5 are equal, and angle 1 and angle 7 are also equal. Here angle 1 and angle 7 are also equal, but here 3 and 5 are interior angles, interior alternate angles, and 1 and 7 are alternate exterior angle because they are exterior side, and 3 and 5 are interior side. So angle 1 and angle 7 are alternate exterior angles because they also form Z. Check, this is inverted Z. Okay, so 1 and 7 are also alternate exterior angles. Okay, now if two parallel lines, here we can see if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, each pair of alternate interior angles are equal. So here L and M are two parallel lines, and line T intersect them, that is cut them at two distinct points. That's why this is transversal. So we check if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. Here they are two parallel lines and this is the transversal. Each pair of alternate interior angles, as we looked previously, this is the interior, alternate interior angle. 1 and 4 are alternate interior angle because they form Z. They are opposite side of this transversal. They have the common arm. That's why they are alternate angle and they are interior angle also. That's why they are alternate interior angles. Okay, as we discussing here, alternate interior angle are equal. So angle 1 equals angle 4. Okay, so we receive information angle 1 equal to angle 4. Again here we check, these are two parallel and this is the transversal, it cut these lines. Now here this is the opposite Z, inverted Z. So 2 and 3 are also alternate interior angle because they are opposite side of the transversal. They have a common arm. Okay, so angle 2 and angle 3 are also form a pair of alternate interior angle because they form Z. So we receive one more information, angle 2 equals angle 3, angle 1 equals angle 4, angle 2 equals angle 3, and these pairs are alternate interior angles. Okay, now we have a conclusion. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Here the angles are the opposite side of the transversal. Now we are discussing about the interior angles same side of the transversal. This is transversal and 2 and 4 are same side of the transversal, and 1 and 3 are also the same side of the transversal. 2 and 4 are right side of the transversal and 1 and 3 are left side of the transversal. So these interior angles also make a pair of supplementary angle. Okay, how? We check. If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, here these are two parallel lines and this is the transversal, we cut them. Then each pair of interior angle, these are the interior angles, pair of interior angles on the same side on the same side of the transversal. These are the same side of the transversal. Are supplementary. When the angles are supplementary, when their sum become 180, then they are supplementary. Here we can see angle 2 plus angle 4 equal to 180. So they are supplementary. Same angle 1 and angle 3 are also 180. So they are supplementary angles. Of this statement, learn this statement completely. Okay. Now we check another thing. When a transversal cuts two lines, okay, as here this transversal cut two lines such that pair of corresponding angles are equal, then the lines have to be parallel. Okay, this statement is the converse of the previously checked statement. Previously we checked when two parallel lines cut by a transversal, the corresponding angles are equal. Here the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines have to be parallel. So these two statements are converse of each other. Now we check. When a transversal cut two lines such that pair of corresponding angles are equal. Here the transversal cut two lines, here the pair of corresponding angles are equal. Okay. Then the lines have to be parallel. Now we check the lines are parallel because we make the parallel lines and these are the corresponding angle. They are equal, so the lines are parallel. Okay. We take another statement. If pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. We repeat it. If pair of interior angles, we are discussing about the pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal are supplementary, that is some of them are 180, then the lines are parallel. Okay, as we learn, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal are supplementary, and this is the converse of that. A pair of interior angle on the same side of transversal are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. Here we can see these are the two pairs which make the supplementary angle, interior angle of the same side of the transversal. This is the transversal, they are same side of the transversal, so they make supplementary angle. So pair of supplementary angle on the same side of the transversal, so these two lines are parallel. These two statements are converse of each other and we check them. Okay. Now we take solution of some problems. These problems are from exercise of book. Some children demand to solve them, so I have solved here. Here is the question. This is question 5th from exercise 5.1, lines and angles. The question is, find the angle which is equal to its supplement. Here the question demanded, find the angle which is equal to its supplement. Supplement means supplementary angle. Supplementary angle having sum of the angles are 180. So we have to find the supplement of this pair. Let X be two equal angles, because the question gives us they are equal to its supplementary. So X be two equal angles of its supplementary. We take x and it's equal to be its supplement. Therefore, this is the angle and this is its supplement. Both are equal, but sum of supplementary angles are 180. So angle and its supplement, here we let x be the supplement, equal supplement. So x plus x equal to 180. I repeat again, here x be the supplement and x is the angle. Why x is the angle? Because both are equal. So that angle also expressed as x, because both are equal. So both are x, and sum of supplementary angle is 180. So we make that 180. Add this, twice x equal to 180. So by dividing, divide by 2, divide by 2. What happened? This cancel out and 180 by 2 is here. By cancelling this, we get 90. Thus 90 degree is equal to its supplement. Okay, this is our solution. Now the another question. This question 8 from exercise 5.1. So learn this carefully. Watch this video completely. I have solved many questions. So please learn carefully. An angle is greater than 45 degree. Here what is given? The angle is greater than 45 degree. Is its complementary angle greater than 45? The question demanded we have to check the complementary angle of a given angle. The given angle is greater than 45 and it demanded that a complementary angle is greater than 45. Now we are checking. Or equal to 45 or less than 45. We have three options. Greater than 45, equal to 45 or less than 45. Now we check. So this is our solution. Let the complementary angles be x degree and y degree. One is x degree and the other is y degree. So as we know, sum of complementary angles is 90 degree. So x degree plus y degree equal to 90 degree. This is our first equation. It is given that x greater than 45. Initially we have received the information the angle is greater than 45. So here we write down x is greater than 45. This is the symbol of greater. So x is greater than 45. This is our second equation. Now with the help of these two we calculate something. Adding y, both the side. Here we add y and here we add the y. Both the side we add y. So there is no change. Okay. So this become x plus y and this become 45 degree plus y. Okay. Now here we know x plus y equal to 90 degree. From equation 1 we put the value x plus y equal to 90 degree. Okay. Here this x plus y, we put the value of x plus y 90 degree from here to here, and this is 45 degree plus y. So here 45 degree plus y. Here we get 90 degrees greater than 45 degree plus y. Means if we add y in 45 degree, then we receive the value is greater than 90 degree. From equation 1 and 2 we get this. Now shift this 45 this side. Okay. Now 90 degree minus 45. When we shift it, this become negative. 90 minus 45 greater than y. So we get 90 minus 45, and this sign is same. So 45 is greater than y. Means y is lesser than 45. So here we put y is lesser than 45. So what is our conclusion? Thus its complementary angle is less than 45. Here this is correct, because we receive the information, we check the information on the basis of complementary angle definition. The sum of complementary angle is 90 when one is greater than 45. So automatically the other is less than 45. Okay. Now, this is the next question. Question 11 from exercise 5.1. In the following figure, is angle 1 adjacent to angle 2? Give reason. Here is the picture. You may check in your book. In your book, this is the question 11 from exercise 5.1. And this is a figure given in the book. And what we have to found? First we have to check in the figure angle 1 adjacent to angle 2. This is angle 1, this is angle 2. And it is adjacent or not, we have to mention and we have to give the reason. Here we have found that is the solution. Angle 1 and angle 2 are not adjacent angle because their vertex is not common. Always remember adjacent angle having the vertex common, like this. This is the adjacent angle. This is angle 1, this is angle 2. Okay? What happened? Angle 1 having the same vertex as angle 2. Because next to this, after 1 there is angle 2. One arm is common and the vertex is also common. Here only arm is common, vertex is not common. So adjacent, they are not adjacent because their vertex is not common. So both the requirements is not satisfied. Only one requirement is satisfied. The arm is common but vertex is not common. That's why they are not adjacent angle. Now we take another question. This is question 1 from exercise 5.2. State the property that is used in each of the following statement. Okay, so I have explained it. State the property that is used in each of the following statement. The statements are 3 statements. If A parallel to B, here the line A and B are parallel, it is given to us, then angle 1 equal to angle 5. This is angle 1 and this is angle 5. Here we can see the angle 1 and the angle 5 make the flag this, the inverted flag. That's why angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angle. So here we take the first statement. If A and B parallel, then angle 1 and 5 are equal. Why they are equal? Because they are corresponding angle. So we put our conclusion here. This is the given. A parallel to B. Here A parallel to B. Then angle 1 equal to 5. We have given 1 equal to 5. Okay. Why 1 equal to 5? This is our reason. This is our solution. Because they are corresponding angle. Here 1 and 5 are corresponding. That's why they are equal. So what is the conclusion? What is the detailed reason? If two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, here these two are parallel and this is transversal, each pair of corresponding angle, here 1 and 5 make a corresponding angle pair. 1 and 5, this 1 and 5 makes corresponding angle pair. So corresponding angles are equal in measure. This is the conclusion and this is the reason. I have explained in detail. Now we take second. Angle 4, if angle 4 equal to angle 6, it is given. Angle 4 equal to angle 6. Then A parallel B. Then A parallel B. Why? So this is our solution. Here angle 4 equal to angle 6. But the angle 4 and angle 6 make Z, and both the angles are opposite side of this transversal. Okay, and the one arm is common, so they form Z and they form alternate angle, and alternate angles are equal when lines are parallel. Here angle 4 and angle 6 are equal, and they are alternate interior angles. Why? Because the lines are parallel. One information is the angles are equal. The other information is lines are parallel. So the third information is the alternate interior angle. Because when the lines are parallel and transversal cut them, then the alternate interior angles formed are equal. Here we have previously known angle 4 and angle 6 are equal and the lines are parallel, so they are necessarily alternate interior angle. Okay. Now our reason in detail. When a transversal cuts two lines such that pair of alternate interior angles are equal, this is the pair of alternate interior angle which are equal, the lines have to be parallel. The lines to be have parallel, and here we already given a parallel to B and they are equal, so they are alternate angle. That's why we put here alternate interior angle. Now the third statement. If angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree, then a parallel to B. Okay. Here the statement angle 4 plus angle 5 equal to 180 degree, then lines are parallel. Why? Because they are co-interior angle. Angle 4 and 5, they are the interior angle of the same side of the transversal. This is the transversal line and these are the same side. 4 and 5 is the same side of the transversal, and we learned previously interior angle same side of the transversal, their sum is 180, they form a supplementary angles pair. So here 4 and 5 are making 180 degrees, so they are supplementary angles. So the line must be parallel, so here we put co-interior angle. Co-interior angle, the interior angle same side of the transversal are also known as co-interior angles. Okay, so we can write in short co-interior angle. Okay, so watch this video carefully 2 times, then you have understand everything, and on the basis of this information you have to solve all the question. Okay, have a good day. Thanks.